Hello, Year 1 families, and welcome to the Parent Information presentation for 2022. This is Mrs. Bevan, and we hope that this presentation helps you with a few questions you may have about your child's year in Year 1. The Year 1 teaching team this year consists of Miss Mia Maloney, who is a class teacher of 1M, myself, Mrs. Dana Bevan for 1B, and Mrs. Karen Dickey and Mrs. Lily Single are in control of the beautiful 1DS. Our classrooms are in the Hive, which is the infants block, and we are delighted to be your child's teacher this year, and we hope that they have a year full of fun, growth and learning. The morning routine begins at 8:45 and our school day finishes at 2:55. If you need to speak to us before school, it's a really great idea to please contact the front office or send us an email, or sometimes both. Unfortunately, due to the current COVID restrictions, we are unable to meet with you on school grounds. But if you do require a meeting, the Year 1 team are happy to arrange a phone call. Please arrange this via email with your child's teacher. Prompt arrival in the morning is really appreciated. Our day does begin as soon as we make it upstairs. We have lots to get through each day, so those early morning starts are really important. So please be as prompt as you can. Any notes that your children need to bring to us will be asked to place in the class mailbox or handed to your class teacher, and our lunch orders are still being ordered through the Quicker app. Esteem Kids is available, which I'm sure you're all aware, for before and after school care. Please reach out to them if you need this service. Information can be found in the weekly newsletter. Emails. It will often take us a day or two to reply to you, as our days are very busy and we spend all of our time with your beautiful children. And so if it is a message concerning your child for that day, for example, an appointment, please contact the front office. It's lovely if you're able to send to the classroom teacher a quick email as well. But sometimes we don't get a chance to check our emails throughout the day, so we can miss a message. So it is best, please, to contact the office, especially if it's something that just creeps up and needs to happen that day. Thank you to those parents who've already sent us an email with just your child's name as a subject is fine. This just helps us knowing what is your best contact in case we need to reach out and contact you. You can see that our email addresses are listed below here. And these were also on our welcome back letter, which there is a copy on our Facebook page. So for communication in Year 1, we communicate firstly via the Compass portal. If you are having any concerns or issues with this, please contact Janine in the front office and she'll be more than happy to help you with this. This is our main way that we communicate with our parent body, and it really is imperative that you are able to access this. We also use email as a primary source of communication. We have our Year 1 Facebook group, which the kindergarten group has been rolled over to Year 1. So hopefully you're all a part of that. If not, please let us know and we can add you in. And of course, paper notes are also welcome if you prefer. So please note that with our Facebook page, this will be used as a means for us to deliver updates, share photos of your children. And if you need to ask a question or clarify something, we ask that you send your child's teacher an email directly so that we can communicate with you this way. Our website is also available and updated each week with the newsletter, and please have a read of the newsletter. It's really an important way to find out what's been happening and also what is coming up that might concern your child. Student photographs. Our Facebook website and newsletter contain photos of our students, and we're asking please that you complete the photo consent form that is on the Compass portal at the moment, and that way we know which children we are able to post on Facebook and use in other publications. Our professional learning team days, our PLT days, you might hear the children talking about. This is a day that every full-time teacher is allocated, and it provides us with a day out of the classroom where we undertake professional learning and we have some time for planning and preparation for the coming weeks. So the Year 1 team are covered by the same PLT teaching team listed below, and these occur once a fortnight. All of the work is prepared by us prior to being out of the classroom that day. So it's a really smooth transition for the students. It's just like we are still there. Everything, all their routines and all of the curriculum is still as it would have been if we were in the classroom. So this year we have Mrs. Laura Hughes, who will step in to 1M, Mrs. Kylie McPherson will be the 1B relief, and Mrs. Jess Cleary will be in 1DS. Our assessment days, as well as our PLT days, classroom teachers have an assessment day to assess students and monitor their learning progress. And this happens once every 3 weeks. And Mrs. Jude Blanche will cover your child's class when their classroom teacher is off doing this. This allows us to work one-on-one with the students. We will be looking at assessing their reading, sometimes their writing skills, also elements of maths, and it just really helps us to use our data and find those specific areas of need and areas that we can also extend our students. When your child is absent, if you can please notify the school. This can be done using the add attendance note on the Compass parent portal. And we really need to have this please by law no later than 7 days after the last day of absence. And also if you wish to let the classroom teacher know via email that your child will be away, that's greatly appreciated. But however, the add attendance note is ample enough because we are also then informed by the office that your child is going to be away. Going home, if your child's going home, arrangements do change. It's really important, please, to let us know in advance is fantastic so that we can also remind your child and reassure them that they're going to the right place. But if it is a last minute change, as I've said earlier, please contact the office just in case we miss seeing your email. Car pickups, just a reminder, please, to make sure that your display in your car window of your child's name and surname is nice and large and really clear for us to read. St Nicholas School is a nut-aware school, which means that we strongly encourage you to refrain from packing food that contains nut or nut products. This just helps us with children who do have anaphylaxis allergies. Thank you for this cooperation in this matter. Our buddy classes are really important in Year 1, just as they were in kindergarten. You can see there that 1B will be paired with 5S, Mrs. Seddon's class, 1M with Mrs. Wollaston and Mrs. Henry's class, 1DS with 5M, which is Miss Ma's class. Each child will be assigned a special friend from their buddy class to guide them in pastoral care and learning. And when we're able to, we will get together with our buddies. Birthdays, we love to celebrate birthdays in Year 1. We do, however, prefer cupcakes or water icy poles. We're going to ask not to have super dupers sent in. It's just really tricky to cut off the tops of 30 of those at a time. If you do happen to send them in, of course, that's fine, but we would prefer, individually wrapped ice blocks, like the lemonade water ice blocks are fantastic. Please refrain from sending in round cakes if you can. They're just really, really tricky to cut up and hand out to our students. Independence and keeping track of belongings is something that we focus on in Year 1. There is a lost property box that tends to grow and grow throughout the year, but if you can just really encourage your child to be responsible for their belongings, to check in each day, have you got your jumper or your hat. I'm sure all of you do, but please label everything. If you're reusing something from the clothing pool or from a cousin or a friend as a hand-me-down, if you could please cross out their name and put your child's name. It just really helps us to return things to their owners. Uniform days, I'm sure you're all aware now, but we will continue to wear our sports uniform on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And please ensure that you have the correct socks and jewellery, no nail polish and green hair ribbons and bows or school fabric scrunchie only. Our home readers in Year 1, this is our only, homework requirement for Year 1. And we strongly encourage home reading each week to reinforce our reading and comprehension skills. So 2 readers will be sent home each Friday in the student's green homework folder, and we ask that these be returned the following Friday so that we can switch out the readers and send them home again. Year 1 library day is Thursday and sport day is Friday. Clothing pool is still available for secondhand items, and please, if you haven't already, if you could send in the children's paint shirts and headphones. So our day is very busy, and we are in the hive and we are definitely very busy bees in Year 1. So I'd just like to step you through what a normal day of learning looks like in Year 1. And you'll see why some of your busy bees might be very tired bees by the time they reach you at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So our morning session is our uninterrupted literacy block. We cover sight words, spelling, writing, VCOP, reading workshop, amongst other things. Our middle session, we focus on maths, religion and news, and our afternoon session covers our key learning areas like science, history, art and health. So we have our Soundwave spelling program, which will continue on from the foundation level that your children were exposed to in kindergarten. And it's very interactive. It has a weekly sound focus, a daily spelling focus. Activities reinforce those sounds that we are targeting. And this is a wonderful way to help our students learn the spelling conventions. VCOP is something you may have heard your child speaking about, and this is a program that underpins a lot of our reading and writing throughout our daily literacy block. The children get to take ownership over the creation of their classroom VCOP wall, as the words are identified by the students. These cards are identified by their colours, and the students are able to remove them from the wall to assist them in their writing tasks. We encourage you to up-level their vocabulary choices by using wow words. So the V is for vocabulary, C for connectives, O for openers, which is just exciting ways to begin our sentences, like you can see in the photo there, and P is for punctuation. So VCOP is a great program that the children really do enjoy being a part of, and you'll hopefully start to see some of those elements in their writing throughout the year. Crunch and sip. Year 1, love having crunch and sip, but there isn't much time in our busy morning for this. However, it does still happen, but we ask that you can assist us with this program by chopping up your child's fruit. For example, if your child has an apple, if you could just slice it up and pop it in a separate container, that would be really handy. We do ask that it is fresh fruit or vegetables. We try to avoid packaged things, and also packing really juicy fruits like mangoes can make it a little bit tricky to manage in the classroom. All right, there are 3 learning zones, I guess we could say, that we use in our instruction. One is called the campfire, and while we don't roast marshmallows, it is a time where we all gather together, usually on the floor in front of our smartboards. This is our instruction time. It is whole class learning. There is one speaker and students are asked to share their ideas. So in every classroom in St Nicholas School, there is a campfire and the expectations are the same. So there's real consistency across the school. And this is great for the students because they know whichever room they're in, they know what to do when they're called to the campfire. The campfire is also not always the teacher just delivering the information as a speaker. The students are often invited as well to be that special speaker at the front, sharing their ideas, knowledge, and of course, their work. They're very proud to share their work samples with their class. We have a waterholes situation where students work in small groups on a task with or without a teacher. And we have what's called cave work. So students know that when they're in a cave, they are to work independently on their tasks. They have a choice of where they get to sit and work in the classroom. And this gives them some choice and also some responsibility about making good choices for their learning. We allow students in Year 1 the chance to rest their brains and move their bodies throughout their learning. And these are called brain breaks. And the students do love these. And sometimes the teachers even join in too, much to the children's delight.
Cha-cha, real slow. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back. Cha-cha.
A reading workshop is a very important part of our literacy block each day. Every child has the chance to have small group individualised reading intervention with the teacher, or in some cases, the leaders of pedagogy. And we focus on specific reading skills and comprehension strategies. So while a small group is working with the teacher, the other students are engaged in independent, task-specific areas, and then after around 15 minutes, then we switch groups. So the children each day are getting that targeted reading intervention, which is so important for their development. In maths, we really focus on hands-on learning experiences in Year 1. And you can see here the students having lots of fun doing some measuring of length using hands-on materials. Makes it really concrete for the students to consolidate those skills and knowledge. In religion, we learn about our faith. There's a lot of circle time and sharing of stories from the Bible. And the students get to reflect and be calm and show reverence and respect. News is another exciting part of the Year 1 day, and we ask please that you help prepare your child for their short news presentation each week, and the topics have been provided to you in that first week back. If you need another copy of this, please email your teacher. It's also available on Compass and Facebook. This is how we cover our talking and listening, or one way we cover our talking and listening strand, where students get to speak in front of an audience in a supportive environment and tell a little bit about a certain topic that they have thought about beforehand and maybe even practiced. Our afternoon KLAs include science, history, geography, creative arts, health, and PE. And we at times get our specialist teachers like Mr. French to come and share with us his Aboriginal culture. We have science experiments that we are involved in. We find out about the past and about families. And of course, we get to be creative as well in our creative arts strand. So that's a little bit about what Year 1 might look like for your child. And we want to say thank you already, and we value your support and are looking forward to working with you in providing your child a wonderful Year 1 experience. Please reach out to your child's teacher if you have any concerns throughout the year. We are here to work with you, and we hope that this has answered any questions that you may have for this year. The Year 1 teaching team will be available on our Zoom session. So if you have a question that is in regard to what I've shared with you now, you are able to jump onto that Zoom and we can answer those questions for you. If it is specific to your child, then please contact your classroom teacher. Thank you, families, very much for your time, and we look forward to a great year in Year 1. Thank you.